Yo guys, what's going on? Burkron coming to the YouTube video, and today we're going to be discussing the XP path and what to expect. The XP path at time of recording is 3 days and 45 minutes away from ending, and we can talk about what we can expect out of EA on their website, their EA 25 form, and what we can expect out of the XP path, and when do we think the XP path will be starting? We're going to talk about all this stuff, guys. Leave in the comments section down below your expectations for the XP path. If you want to put just rewards need to be better, you can put that. But put down in there your expectations. I'm going to go over mine, and I want to know yours. So let's dive into it, guys. I hope you do enjoy it. But the XP path, Season 2, what player do we think we're going to get, and what are our expectations? So first, I'm going to start with this. And if you don't know what this is www.ea.com/games/NHL/NHL 25. And this is where you can find a couple of things like this blog here of EA Sports NHL 25 season deep dive blog for season 1. And they put season, so I'm expecting we get this again. Now what this is essentially a roadmap of everything that we can expect throughout the season, including everything you get not only for Hut, but also for Ishil and everything you can expect. And through this roadmap of season 1, just built different, they have the XP players. So not only just your main focal player, your main bonus player at the end, but the players you can upgrade through it. It also has the events coming up. And this one was huge this year. This was something big that a lot of people liked because they gave them an idea of what was coming. Like the cover athlete, which we were already in when this was dropped. And then you knew fantasy when it was coming, so you knew what to save for and get ready for. Supernatural that was running alongside with fantasy. And then also off the charts and next gen. So you knew what was coming. You could prepare yourself and you could get ready for it. And this is something that I very much think and expect the team has to carry on doing and keep up to date on. And this here, right? The theme of being built different is they changed everything to do with it, but the XP players, right? Not the Jack Eichel, but the Landeskog, the Line, the Drysdale, the Kemper, everybody. They gave you players to kick off the XP path and that you could upgrade through the XP path, but it was nice because they let you power them down so you could, flip and flop between which player you needed on which team. That was received very well by the player base, and I think they need to keep this up in Season 2. But I think they need to make sure that the tokens that you use to power these cards up are eligible to be used in Season 2. So now when they drop 5 more cards, you can power these guys down and power up the Season 2 players, or power these guys up as well. Like when Season 2 drops, maybe these Season 1 guys get an upgrade to keep up with the new cards, so you can keep powering Drysdale up if you like him, or you can power him down and work on somebody new. That's an expectation of mine, keeping this system where you get these players and you can upgrade them, but also keeping the tokens from Season 1 and Season 2 and so forth, making them all the same token. Now, with that being said, that is my expectation on their website, what to do. I will get to what player I think is going to be the XP path, but first, let's talk about the XP path itself. My expectation of it is, that the never-ending loop of the last pack gets fixed. Because right now I finished this like 3-4 weeks ago, and every single time I finish a game, it gives me the XP and it tells me this pack's finished, and it wasn't, and you don't receive the pack. So I expect that to be fixed. But moving on past that, the maxing out your XP is fine. We don't need people, myself included, I've been done this for 3 weeks. We don't need people endlessly grinding to get ahead of it. You're supposed to slow down your pace of play, and I think this did a good job of doing that. But what we do need, and what I am expecting, is packs to be a little bit better. And what I mean by that is when you see this, we've got 4 items, guaranteed 3 NHLs. You're getting bronzes out of here. Bronzes need to be gone. We can't be earning bronzes out of the XP pack. So that's my expectation, is the whole XP path doesn't need a gigantic makeover from Season 1 to Season 2. We can work our way up. And one massive step is getting rid of anything below 75. Right? 74s and down are gone. 75s and up stay in. And yes, the XP path stays tradable. They cannot make it untradeable. It has to stay tradable. And my second expectation would be to get rid of so many of these. So you get 15, which we keep. You get 15. But condense it from 15 levels down to 5 levels. And that opens up 10 levels to give jerseys, arenas, logos and coaches, stuff that we desperately need in the game. And the 80 pluses are great, but again, like when it comes down to it, where is this one pack that in particular? There's one pack in particular that is really bad. Here it is here. 5 guaranteed 68 plus players. This has no business being in here. No business whatsoever. And my expectation is stuff like this is removed, right? That's my expectation, is that's removed and everything comes up to 75 plus, and then they condense these down to 5 levels, opening up 10 extra levels to give other stuff out. But that is all I think they really need to adjust when it comes to the XP, is that. And then now the next one is, when do we think the season 2 is going to come out? This timer runs out in 3 days, 40 minutes, and 13 seconds. My expectation is when this ends, the next one starts. We should have no downtime between the 2 seasons. Season 1 ends, season 2 starts. Everyone's been wondering what is going to happen with this, and that has to be the case. They can't have any, blank space in between the 2. One's got to carry over right into the next one. This is another thing that I'd love them to keep up, right? This was a very good execution. If you weren't around for week 1, you could still do it later on. You can still complete any of these as you go, because you're not missing out, because they stay through the entirety of the XP path, and that needs to stay as well. Now that we've talked about that, what else can we talk about? Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel is right-handed, right? Jack Eichel is a player with good speed, and Jack Eichel is a player with a low overall that needed a bump. And Jack Eichel is a good name. He's not a crazy top-tier, unreal point-getting superstar, but he's a very well-known, very popular name. He started at an 82 overall, but the card was built at an 82 overall with 88 speed. So he has good speed, he has good shooting for an 82, that when you lift the card up to an 87, which is what they did, the card also has very good good speed. So and size. Size is very important. Everyone in the Huck community loves players that are big enough to carry their own, and speed, right? So when this comes down to it, what player do I think would be really good as a Hutt player? Now, depending on what you're looking for, or the builds, or what you like, Jason Robertson keeps coming to the back of my mind as he would be the perfect player for the XP path. Now, they'd have to give him a custom build, because 81 speed on an 82 overall is not very good. We would need him to be at least 88 speed or 90 speed for people to be excited about this card. So he might be a rough build, but 6'3", 202 is really good. They would just have to make sure his speed is on par with what the community wants. Outside of that, sticking with a lefty, another card that would be very good if it got up to a 90, and people I think would love it and grind for it, is Miku Ranon. 85 speed for an 83 is usable. It's build off, like they can build off of it, is what I'm trying to say. 83, if they went up to a 90, that gives them a +7, which would give him a +3.5 to speed, which could get him up to an 88 or an 89, depending on where he's at in his speed. Maybe he's 85.5. But Miku Ranon would be a dynamite XP path player at 89, 90 overall. And then lastly, a player that I think would also be received very well at the XP path would be Dylan Larkin. 90 speed on an 82 overall. If they brought Dylan Larkin in and they brought him up to an 89, that would take him up 7, right? 89, 90 overall. That would take him up 7, 8 overall, which brings him up 4 overall. Brings him to a 93, 94 speed. I think that would be received extremely well, and I think Dylan Larkin is a card that the XP path desperately needs to make it very good, right? I think now if they gave us Dylan Larkin, I think everyone would love it. He's a well-known name. He's not an unbelievable superstar, but he's got good height, good speed, good shooting, and I think it would be a great card. Now, in the perfect world, all 3 of these guys that I have listed are all 3 options, and you get to choose the player you want. That would be the biggest thing and the biggest win for the community, is if all 3 of these guys I listed, Jason Robertson, Dylan Larkin, and Miku Ranon, all 3 of them were the option. You could pick one of them at the end of the path. I think that would be a really good, really cool way, really good way of doing things. Or if they really wanted to, now this is going to be a very, very grindy take. If they really wanted to, they could make it so you could redo the XP path 3 times and get all 3 players, that would take an enormous amount of effort and time, but that could be something they could do for the grinder, and then the casual player still gets through it and gets the card they want if they only want one of them. Now, guys, this XP path ends in 3 days, Thursday at 2 p.m. So if you're not done, get that grind in. And if you're looking for the best way to do it, Superstar Squad Battles gets you 1900 XP per win. If you can't win every single game on Superstar, step it down to All-Star or step it down to the division you can win every single game on. That's what you want to do. As long as you're winning every single game, you're maximizing on your points. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Like I said, leave in the comment section down below what your expectations are for Season 2. Right? You can say change the rewards. I did that a little bit in there with a little bit of a bump to the rewards. But remember, a drastic change to rewards changes the market drastically. If you're enjoying making coins off of 75 overall cards and they just flood the market with better rewards, that's going to bring the prices of everything down. So every pull will be less valuable. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. Till next time, ciao, ciao.